Anybody here that decide to be tentatively paying attention to the whispers of the Spirit, you can be in this service now and you can be hearing a sound. It may not make sense initially. Just hear it and write it down, or just record it down, and by the time you keep it, after a while you return back to it, you now begin to see the thing begin to blow the more. So the difference between you and Theophilus or Lawrence Oyor is because they pay more attention to that sound in the day they were beckoned upon. You don't care. And after a while, I began to pay attention to that. That was how me too I began to get many more songs. It was easy for me to be getting songs. They don't need to have head or tail, but when I sing them, they have the ability to pipe open the doors of heavens. And this is the reason why you must be wise enough to understand this. And I realize that many people that are too dramatic when they come to worship and sounds, most times they have neglected their altar. Watch men that are dramatic in the place of sound. Sound was not designed to be dramatic, my friends. It was designed to be a thing that when men sing, their heart will burn. It was designed to be a thing that when men sing, there is a whispers and a cry that come from their heart. It's not all about the melody of who is singing and dancing, and shaking our body. No, as good as those praises are in the days of war, can it deliver us in the days of adversity, or is another tool for bondage? Pastor Sam, we go everywhere, just all kinds of dancing and all kinds of that is good. But after a while, we'll realize we don't need to go very far. You think you are wise. Sometimes we think we are wise. All the chat, he was chatting with the lady on Instagram. These bloggers. I saw the thing was screenshot and they send the thing all around the world. And now the lady was complaining that now she has a child and all kinds of things, evidence. When he was trying to, even his child, he said, I will kill you, I will make you disappear, I will And I imagine how much kind of spirit was cast upon us, upon the atmosphere that we came. And all our fathers begin to take him off their flyers. Everybody said, we can't bring this kind of person again. But you were bringing him before. So who is more carnal? You that cannot discern that the dragon has entered among your midst. And that's why I'm trying to let you understand. If you are not careful, one day you wake up and discover that you are within the citadel of the devil. People don't just automatically become wrong. The thing go gradually. One day you discover iniquity is found in you. That jealousy, that anger. Why is it she that is singing this song? Why is it him? How come she sing better than me? I thought I began before her. I thought I began before him. How comes when he sing the atmosphere open? I wish you to die. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you have become a murderer. Because your mother, you have started, if you have the privilege, you will kill. So you wish the person die. And one day you hear the person is traveling and the person die. You don't know you are the one that killed the person because you practice witchcraft. Because witchcraft is a negative proclamation. Who is it that decree a thing and it's established when the Lord has not commanded it? Because if that person doesn't have an altar now, your declaration will make it work. Because sometimes those anger that you sustain in your heart and you went back, you are angry. Kai, if I have my way, I will kill the person. Spirit will say, okay, you want to kill the person, let me help you kill the person. Just wake up at night and be angry with the person like that. But when you wake up, move around, and you move around, you say, let the person die. And you don't know why that evil that you sustain in your heart, one day bad things begin to happen to the person. And you are wondering how. No, it was not a witch from the village. There was a friend that was a witch that was in the room. Because witchcraft in itself can be practiced very close. You don't need to go to the bush. And that's why I'm trying to let you understand that we must be able to be careful and ensure our garment are not stained. Because the devil seeks to defile us. Part of his plan is that he has a part in us. Jesus speaking said that the thief cometh and find nothing of his own in me. Nothing of his own. That means the devil will come to check you when he excavates you and run an x-ray. There is a possibility he can find something of his own in you. One guy, when I came to Lafayette early enough, somebody called me and he sat me down. He said, see, ministers in Lafayette are this and that, are this and this and this and that, and this and this and this. Say, be careful. I said, if you say everybody is corrupt, that means you too you are corrupt. If you mean there is no hope at all, you mean we can't find 2 righteous men, 3 righteous men, including you? And the person began to give me the story of the impact of what has happened to him. how you almost, and they tell her, I say, you see, you almost, I mean, you have gone down. And later I realized the person has gone down, and now he felt that there is no hope for life here again. I said, what are you talking about? You mean God cannot bring restorers? See, it doesn't matter what has happened to you. You can be the genuine voice in that territory. See, you must believe this thing, because there is no need for us to fake this thing. If we are not genuine, we are not genuine. If we can be fake, let's be fake. If you want to fake it, fake it. If you want to be genuine, be genuine. Allow those that let them keep on faking it. In the days of judgment, at least God can find a few. In the day that God casts fire, let them die. Then let the few survive. Let we begin again. Because God can wake up one day and bring flood and kill everybody and save a few. Because that is what God can do. But please, you don't be fake. Don't be the one that your garment is stained, and yet again your head lack no oil. I carry anointing, I carry anointing, I carry anointing, but you know there is nothing. You just knew there is nothing, but you are just shouting it. For what? There is no need. We don't have to fake it. So the Bible says, my horn, right, shall thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn, and I shall be anointed with fresh oil. So there is a possibility in God that a man can be anointed with fresh oil. It's possible. It's possible. See, that means you can return to God and pray to God, and God can anoint you with fresh oil. And when God anoints you with fresh oil, new sounds can come out from within your womb. It's possible, because we survive by the daily supply of the anointing of the Lord. John chapter 4 from 20. John chapter 4 from 20. In the book of John chapter 4 from 20, the Bible speaking said, for our fathers worship in this mountain, and ye see that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. And Jesus said unto her, woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship what you don't know, we worship what we know, for salvation is of the Jew. But the hour cometh and now is, that true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. The Father seeketh such to worship. God is spirit, and they that must worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So we now see that the context of our worship is defined only in spirit and in truth. Every other thing is just a waste of time. The question we must ask ourselves is that the worship we worship, is it in spirit? Is it in truth? Because anything that you do not in spirit and in truth, it doesn't have impact into the realm of the spirit. The reason why anybody's song matters is because it is done in spirit and in truth. And so one of our greatest challenge is to be able to ensure that we walk in the spirit. As we walk in the spirit, we will not gratify the desires of the flesh. In the book of Galatians chapter 3 from 1, the Bible says, oh foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you? How comes you began in the spirit and you are ended in the flesh? When you advance to Galatians chapter 5, he begins to speak about the flesh and the spirit. How that we should walk in the spirit so that we don't gratify the desires of the flesh. How that the spirit and the flesh, they are in perpetual fighting. There is a contradiction. So a man in the flesh cannot please God. A man walking in the flesh cannot advance the cause of the gospel.